Hello YouTube, this is OJ Cubing and welcome to another episode of Modding for Beginners. In this episode we're going to be doing quite a simple mod for the Megaminx, and what it basically involves is having three faces being able to turn and scramble each other like this. And then on the other side of the puzzle we're going to have just a simple two faces that can scramble each other. That might make a bit more sense when I get round to it, but basically, this is a really simple mod. You don't need any tools other than some super glue, and you don't even need to use the super glue technically, because you could just do it on a normal Megaminx in that you're just making sure only to turn two faces or only to turn three faces sort of thing. But I'm going to be modifying this puzzle here that I've had for a while. I've got a new Megaminx which I unboxed in a recent video, and that only cost me £2, so really this project is quite cheap. And so basically what I need to do is go around all of these pieces around this layer here and super glue them all together so that they can't move. First of all, I took all the center caps off on the non-turning faces and tightened them up as tight as possible. As you can see, this made a semi-functional Half-Minx that restricted its turning, and so wasn't very far from completion. But to solidify the mod, I then unscrewed and disassembled the other faces to leave me with this skeleton-like structure. I then took out the pieces one by one and put superglue on the surfaces where I wanted no movement and slotted them back in again. It is vital to put them back in the exact space, otherwise it will be stiff to turn later on. As you can see, the skeleton now has a fully restricted movement, so we can go and reassemble the rest of the puzzle. The assembly was slightly more difficult, but overall similar to a normal Megaminx assembly, which you can check out in my tutorial. Anyway, this is a quick process to build, so let's get back to the video. Okay, so my puzzle is now complete, and it looks like it's just a normal Megaminx again, but at the heart of it, as we know, we can only turn these three faces together, and let's just show you that that does work. This one's a bit clicky, but that's fine. This one's doing quite good, and that one turned out quite well as well. And the reason this one's quite clicky, is because one of the pieces I super glued in, I probably super glued a bit too close to the white side and not close enough to the orange side, and so that means that it's bumpy a little bit. And you can sort that out by sanding it down, but I'm not really too bothered. And on the other side, obviously we've got the orange face which moves, and the blue face which again is quite clicky, but as you can see it does move. And of course we got all the other faces. We can't turn them at all, and so that's what makes this a double Half-Minx puzzle. If I'm going to call it the 2-in-1 Half-Minx puzzle, because we've got one puzzle here and one puzzle here. So I don't really know how to solve this yet, so I'm going to scramble it up anyway. And we're going to see what it looks like scrambled. But the good thing is that if you don't actually know how to solve it like me, then what you can do is you can practice methods on the normal Megaminx and just sort of remember only to use those three. And then if you get stuck, you can just resolve it like a normal Megaminx. And so that's what I'm going to be doing for this. This is probably going to stay scrambled for quite a while, because again, I've really no clue how to start solving it or whether there's any tutorials on it. So that looks like that bit scrambled. So let's move over to this side and scramble this up as well. So yeah, this blue layer is quite difficult to move, but I'm sure that it would be easy enough to sort out with some sandpaper if you were really bothered about it. So that doesn't actually take too much scrambling. There you can see we've got, that is now scrambled, and these three are scrambled. And yeah, it looks quite weird. It looks like the puzzle's supposed to be connected, but you can see there's this straight line where it doesn't actually connect up. Or you could just scramble each puzzle individually, I guess, and that would make it a bit more obvious where you're going to solve it. But anyway, that's the end of this tutorial here. I hope you want to make this puzzle. It was only cheap. I only needed £2 for a Megaminx off Amazon. And if you enjoyed it, then leave a like. And for now, I'll see you all later. Bye.